We all saw it posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy.
Yikes.
She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of abuse.
I've learned the preciousness of life.
Steven Twitch Boss seemed to have it all: fame, a loving family, and a devoted fan base who adored him as the charismatic DJ on the Ellen DeGeneres show . His infectious energy and impressive dance moves brought joy to millions, and his life appeared picture perfect. But after his tragic passing in December 2022, which was officially ruled as self-inflicted, fans and conspiracy theorists began to wonder if there was more to the story. Could it be that Twitch, a man who seemed so happy and successful, was entangled in something far darker?
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
His sudden passing left many puzzled. Twitch had a devoted wife, Allison Holker, and 3 young children. As someone who lived in the public eye, always radiating positivity, it was hard for many to believe he would take such a drastic step. This uncertainty is where theories began swirling, suggesting that perhaps Twitch's death wasn't as straightforward as it appeared. Maybe, just maybe, he had stumbled upon secrets he was never meant to know. Secrets that could involve some of Hollywood's most influential figures.
And I've said this before, but we feel this much pain because we feel so much.
One name that keeps coming up in these speculative conversations is Diddy Combs, the music mogul known for his lavish and exclusive parties. You might wonder, what does Diddy have to do with Twitch? Well, some claim these parties were about more than just glitz and glamour. They were rumored to be gatherings where Hollywood's elite engaged in behavior they'd rather keep hidden from the public eye. And here's the kicker. Ellen DeGeneres, Twitch's longtime boss and friend, is rumored to have been a frequent guest at these secretive events.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
To be clear, there's no concrete evidence linking Ellen or Twitch to anything nefarious. However, whispers have grown louder, especially after Ellen's public image took a hit in recent years amid reports of a toxic work environment on her show. Some speculate that her Queen of Nice persona was merely a facade, masking her involvement in a more powerful and secretive Hollywood circle. Could it be that Ellen introduced Twitch to this hidden world? And if so, did he uncover something he was never meant?
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors. Yeah, I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than...
Theories suggest that Twitch may have been exposed to dangerous knowledge at these parties, knowledge that could have placed him in a vulnerable position. These events, allegedly hosted by Diddy, have been a source of speculation for years. Celebrities who attended have hinted at activities far beyond what one might expect from a typical Hollywood gathering. While some described these events as simply wild fun, others implied there was a far darker side, activities that, if revealed, would likely shock the...
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that?
This is where Twitch's connection to Diddy and Ellen comes into play. Some fans believe that Twitch, known for his kind-hearted and genuine nature, may have found himself in a moral dilemma after attending one of these parties. Perhaps he saw or heard something that deeply unsettled him. If that's the case, could his untimely passing have been not only a personal tragedy, but also a consequence of knowing too much?
But I think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party.
Uh-huh.
To understand how Twitch might have been drawn into this world, we need to examine his relationship with Ellen. Ellen is more than just a talk show host. She's a major Hollywood figure with connections that run deep within the entertainment industry. Over the years, she's cultivated relationships with some of the most powerful people in the business, including Diddy. While their interactions may appear strictly professional, some speculate that Ellen and Diddy share a closer bond than they let on. Numerous reports place Ellen at Diddy's private gatherings, which are often shrouded in secrecy and rumored to be far from ordinary.
Hello, Sean Diddy Combs. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Do you like being scared?
Diddy's gatherings have long been the subject of Hollywood gossip, with many celebrities hinting that these parties are not for the faint of heart. While much of this is speculative, the stories suggest that these events are exclusive to a select group of the rich and famous, offering them a space to let loose without fear of public scrutiny. What exactly happens at these parties remains unclear, but the rumors paint a picture of excess and indulgence, with activities deliberately kept hidden from the outside world. These gatherings, often referred to as offs by those in the know, are said to push boundaries in ways that could shock the public, which is why they remain so private. Celebrities who have attended have remained tight-lipped about what truly goes on, but whispers persist that things take a darker turn after hours. As more people have come forward with stories about the shadowy side of Hollywood's elite, these rumors have only grown louder.
That's of course. There's layers upon layers. When you get into these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers upon layers.
This brings us back to Twitch. If he was indeed invited to one of these parties, it's possible that he witnessed something that deeply disturbed him. Known for his positive outlook and strong family values, Twitch might have found himself torn between his loyalty to his Hollywood connections and his own moral compass. Could this internal conflict have played a role in his tragic end? Some believe it's a possibility worth considering. Adding fuel to the fire is the fact that Ellen has been linked to these gatherings as well. While her public image has always been one of kindness and generosity, recent reports have cast doubt on that persona. Allegations of mistreatment on her show, combined with her ties to Hollywood's elite, have raised questions about whether her involvement in these secretive parties runs deeper than anyone realized. If she did indeed introduce Twitch to this world, could she have unknowingly set him on a path that ultimately led to his untimely demise?
Why was it necessary for you to come out, tell the public? Why was it necessary for the character to do so?
Because it's okay. Because it is okay.
It's important to note that neither Ellen nor Diddy have ever publicly acknowledged any involvement in such activities, and all of this remains purely speculative. However, the timing of Twitch's passing, coupled with the rumors surrounding these secretive Hollywood gatherings, has left many questioning what truly happened. Was Twitch simply a man struggling with personal issues, or was he entangled in something far larger than himself, something that ultimately cost him his life?
Does he have a shot? I think his attorneys raised some good arguments.
I think they raised good arguments as well. Maybe this will be third time's the charm, because the difference between this bail motion and the prior two is that this one really does get to the heart of what the court was concerned about, which was witness intimidation.
These questions remain unanswered, yet they continue to fuel speculation among fans and conspiracy theorists alike. What is clear, however, is that Twitch's passing has left a void in the hearts of those who knew him and admired him. He was a man who brought so much joy to the world, and his sudden departure has left many wondering if there's more to the story than what's been revealed. The connection between Twitch, Ellen, and Diddy remains one that raises many eyebrows. Ellen, with her powerful influence in Hollywood, could have easily introduced Twitch to circles he might not have otherwise entered. Diddy, with his long history of hosting exclusive, secretive parties, has always been a figure of intrigue in the entertainment world. Is it possible that Twitch became entangled in their web? Could he have found himself in a situation where he knew too much, unable to escape the consequences?
Yeah, so I almost selfishly held on to it for myself. And then my gut reaction, I just started reading it over and over and over again. I was reading the title.
These are the questions that continue to linger, and while there may never be any concrete answers, the theories surrounding Twitch's passing show no signs of slowing down. As more information emerges about the inner workings of Hollywood, it's possible that we may one day gain a clearer understanding of what truly happened. Until then, speculation will persist, with fans and conspiracy theorists alike searching for clues in the lives of Hollywood's elite.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap.
In the end, it's difficult to say for certain what truly happened to Twitch, but one thing is clear. His legacy will endure, both through his remarkable work as a dancer and performer and through the questions his passing has left behind. Was he simply a man grappling with personal demons, or did he uncover something much darker, something that ultimately led to his untimely departure?
Yeah, that's trying a criminal case in the modern times. A lot of evidence is on electronic devices, cell phone, tablets, computers, things of that nature. And the devices, especially if you have like external hard drives, 90-something terabytes of data on a single device makes me think this is some type of hard drive. That takes weeks to go through just for one device on its own.
These are the kinds of questions that keep people talking. As more details emerge about Hollywood's secretive underworld, it's clear that Twitch's life and tragic end will continue to captivate the public's imagination for years to come. This brings us to the next chapter in this saga, the deeper allegations against Diddy and the broader pattern of power and secrecy that seems to permeate Hollywood's elite circles. Let's now delve deeper into the bigger picture surrounding Diddy Combs, the man whose name has been whispered in Hollywood circles for years. This story is about more than just the glitz and glamour of his public persona. It's about the darker side of fame, one shrouded in mystery, controversy, and, according to countless rumors, a whole lot of secrecy. Diddy, with his empire built on music, fashion, and pop culture, has never been a stranger to controversy. But what if the real story is even more twisted than anyone could have imagined?
Problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there's enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
These are the kinds of questions that keep people talking. As more details emerge about Hollywood's secretive underworld, it's clear that Twitch's life and tragic end will continue to captivate the public's imagination for years to come. This brings us to the next chapter in this saga, the deeper allegations against Diddy and the broader pattern of power and secrecy that seems to permeate Hollywood's elite circles. Let's now delve deeper into the bigger picture surrounding Diddy Combs, the man whose name has been whispered in Hollywood circles for years. This story is about more than just the glitz and glamour of his public persona. It's about the darker side of fame, one shrouded in mystery, controversy, and, according to countless rumors, a whole lot of secrecy. Diddy, with his empire built on music, fashion, and pop culture, has never been a stranger to controversy. But what if the real story is even more twisted than anyone could have imagined?
Now you got the Diddy situation where he jumps on a private jet, they say yesterday, and is on his way to the Cape Verde Islands.
For years, rumors have swirled about the wild nature of Diddy's gatherings. While many dismissed them as just part of the Hollywood lifestyle, others have suggested there's much more to the story. The most persistent gossip centers around these so-called freak-offs, events described as anything but ordinary. These gatherings, set to cater to the most exclusive circles, are rumored to involve activities that would shock the public if they were ever revealed. While celebrities often project an image of carefree fun and harmless debauchery, some insiders have hinted at a far more unsettling reality behind closed doors.
And a lot of the evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those 2 raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
This is where things take an intriguing turn. Diddy's name has repeatedly surfaced in connection with these secretive parties. And while most of Hollywood remains tight-lipped about what really happens there, a few brave individuals have hinted at the truth. For example, rapper 50 Cent once joked on stage about why he avoids Diddy's parties, saying, "That's why I don't be going to them puffy parties." The stuff that goes on there, let's just say it's not for me. This wasn't just a casual comment. Others have also alluded to the idea that these gatherings are far from your typical Hollywood events. But it's not just about the parties themselves. It's about the immense power Diddy holds within these circles. Over the years, people who have crossed him or gotten too close have found themselves in precarious situations. Some have been caught in public scandals, while others have seemingly vanished from the spotlight altogether. The question remains, how much of this is mere coincidence? And how much of it is tied to the power dynamics at play in Hollywood's most secretive gatherings?
It's pretty interesting because I think, we have seen many photos, videos of Sean Combs, aka Diddy, through the Associated Press, through Instagram. And so to see him kind of in person after being in jail for 3 weeks now was pretty interesting to say the least. And I say that by being that you would expect him to feel a little defeated, a little gaunt, anything like that. But it wasn't that case. He appeared confident. He stood tall.
Let's not forget the legal troubles that have followed Diddy throughout his career. His history is riddled with lawsuits, accusations, and controversies that paint a picture of a man who has used his wealth and influence to keep certain things hidden. From physical altercations to business disputes, Diddy has been involved in more than his fair share of legal battles. While he has largely managed to emerge unscathed in the public eye, those close to the situation understand that money and power can buy a lot of silence.
Now, so what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that? As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released.
Take, for example, the 2015 incident at UCLA when Diddy was arrested following an altercation with his son's football coach. While the details of the case were eventually resolved behind closed doors, it served as a reminder that Diddy is someone who doesn't shy away from confrontation. And that wasn't the only time his temper made headlines. There have been numerous reports of him losing his cool with both business associates and personal acquaintances, many of which were quietly settled out of court. But what about the allegations that haven't come to light? What about the stories that have been buried, only to resurface as whispers and rumors?
Everything that you're looking at, they're all tied in together. Every part, as crazy as it seems, as outrageous as it seems, it all ties in. Every bit.
One of the most chilling aspects of the rumors surrounding Diddy is the notion that those who get too close to the truth often find themselves in dangerous situations. Whether through public humiliation, financial ruin, or worse, many believe that Diddy has the power to protect his secrets at all costs. This brings us back to Twitch. If, as some theorize, Twitch did attend one of Diddy's infamous gatherings, what might he have seen? And more importantly, what might he have known? The idea that Twitch could have stumbled upon something dark and dangerous isn't as far-fetched as it might seem. After all, Hollywood is a place where secrets are currency, and those who know too much can quickly find themselves in over their heads. If Twitch was exposed to something at one of these parties that made him uncomfortable or even fearful, it's possible that he found himself trapped. In a world as powerful and interconnected as Hollywood, where calling out those at the top can have serious consequences, it's easy to understand how someone might feel like there's no way out.
The issue is, it seems as though he wants to kind of exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it.
Now, let's take a closer look at Diddy's history of legal battles and controversies. Over the years, Diddy has faced multiple lawsuits, many of which were settled quietly, leading some to believe that he has used his wealth to keep damaging information from reaching the public. For example, in 1999, Diddy was involved in a highly publicized legal case stemming from a nightclub incident in New York. The case, which involved a high-profile shooting, had the potential to derail his career. But Diddy walked away relatively unscathed, with most of the case's details remaining murky. While he was acquitted of all charges, the incident left a stain on his reputation, and many wondered how much of the truth had been buried beneath settlements and legal maneuvering. That wasn't the only time Diddy found himself in hot water. In 2017, one of his former employees filed a lawsuit alleging that Diddy had created a hostile work environment filled with intimidation and inappropriate behavior. While the case was eventually settled out of court, it raised further questions about the kind of culture Diddy fostered within his inner circle. Was this just another example of someone using their power to silence those who dared to speak out? Then there's the issue of Diddy's personal relationships. Over the years, countless rumors have circulated about his romantic entanglements, many of which involve power imbalances and allegations of manipulation. Though these stories were never fully proven, they've added to the narrative that Diddy is someone who uses his influence to control those around him. Whether in his business dealings or personal life, Diddy has built a reputation as a man who will do whatever it takes to maintain his power.
That clearly there is a criminal investigation underway, and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
Although Diddy has consistently dismissed the rumors surrounding him, the sheer volume of accusations that have followed him throughout his career is hard to ignore. From former employees to business partners, many have come forward with claims of alleged misconduct. And while most of these stories have been quietly settled behind closed doors, the fact that they continue to surface suggests there's more to the story than Diddy would like the public to know. This pattern of power and secrecy isn't unique to Diddy. Hollywood is filled with stories of powerful figures who have used their influence to manipulate and control others, keeping their secrets hidden for years only for the truth to eventually surface. From producers to directors, the entertainment industry has a long history of protecting those at the top, even when their behavior crosses ethical boundaries.
One makeup artist was quoted as saying that when he tried to make small talk with Ellen, she supposedly said, "Who do you think you are? Don't look at me."
As the public continues to search for answers, one thing remains clear. tWitch's legacy will live on, not just through his incredible talent and the joy he brought to millions, but also through the lingering questions surrounding his passing. Was he simply a man grappling with personal challenges, or was he the victim of a much larger, more dangerous system? We want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all the latest celebrity news. You won't want to miss what happens next in this unfolding drama.